Every evening at exactly 7:12 p.m., the streetlight at the corner of Maple and 3rd flickered before turning on. No one noticed, except Jonah. Jonah sat on the cracked steps of his apartment building every night, backpack by his side, watching the light like it was a promise. His mother said it was just faulty wiring, but Jonah knew better. Things didn't flicker like that unless they were thinking. That streetlight had been there longer than Jonah had been alive. Older than the graffiti on the wall behind it. Older than the abandoned grocery store across the street where windows stared back like tired eyes. Jonah liked old things. Old things stayed. At school, everything changed too fast. Friends moved away, teachers switched. Even his best friend Malik had stopped sitting with him at lunch, choosing louder tables with bigger laughs. But the streetlight always came on. Until one evening, it didn't. Jonah waited. 7:12 passed, 7:13, 7:14. The sky darkened into a deep blue, and the other lights down the street glowed to life. But the corner stayed dark. Something felt wrong. Jonah stood, heart beating faster than it should over something so small, and crossed the street. Up close, the streetlight looked weaker, its metal pole rusted, its glass dull. "Hey," Jonah whispered, feeling silly. "You okay?" The wind answered instead. The next day, a yellow notice was taped to the pole. Jonah stared at the words until they blurred. Removal. Like it was nothing. Like it hadn't watched over him on late walks home, or lit the way when the power went out, or stood there every night while everything else disappeared. That evening, Jonah didn't sit on the steps. He dragged a chair to the corner and sat directly under the dark streetlight, homework untouched, eyes fixed upward. Cars passed. People stared. No one asked why. At 7:12 p.m., Jonah closed his eyes. "I'm still here," he said quietly. Nothing happened. But then, a soft click. Jonah's eyes flew open as the streetlight flickered once, twice, and turned on, glowing dim but warm. Jonah laughed, a sound that surprised even him. The next morning, the maintenance truck came. Jonah watched from his window as two workers stepped out, tools in hand. One of them looked up at the light. "Huh," he said. "It's working." The other shrugged. "Put it back on the list. We'll check again next month." They drove away. That night, Jonah brought 2 chairs, one for him, one empty. At 7:12 p.m., Malik walked by, slowed, then stopped. "What are you doing?" Malik asked. Jonah shrugged. "Keeping something alive." Malik sat. They didn't talk much, but they didn't need to. The streetlight flickered on, steady and bright, casting their shadows long across the road. 2 figures, no longer fading. And for the first time in a while, Jonah felt like maybe some things didn't disappear. Maybe they just waited for someone to notice.